Swains Invitational, best tournament of the year. I've been planning, well, offline only. Yeah, as soon as we can get into some news. Oh, okay, yeah, the Swales Invitational. Yeah, that was for Will's Stag Do. It was the first Swales Invitational, and it seemed to go down a treat. Yeah, like, do you know, Stuart? I might actually help. I might actually ask for your help on what would be a fun format for the Spellbound Memorial Cup. I might get in touch with you. Because your Swales Invitational went down a treat. No, it looks like this is us in.
Yeah, good.
So, right, let's just try and okay. So we're into the finals now. Let's try and figure out what's going on in this match. So we're looking at this from Craig Stewart's side. Interesting. Okay, I'm with you. This is his turn 2. So he's dropped in a troll and play on turn 2. He's just trying to put up the maximum amount of pressure. He realizes this matchup is a race. He's just trying to get him dead before this ultimatum. Like I was saying, that the ultimatum deck is basically like it's an inverted aggro deck. Instead of it trying to kill you quickly, it goes, you've got 7 turns, you figure it out. And it tries to piece together this win in 7 turns. You have to try and figure out a way to kill it in 7 turns. So,
don't know about this. I think you want to make the 1/1 and then just create a food token with a goose.
Yeah, I agree with you because I think that's yeah. I think he's seen that line because you want to just make sure you're having 6 mana on the next turn so you can just like throw this Vorinclex into play. So I think he has to play this as a tapped land.
I think it would be different. It would be different if he had the 2 mana to create a food as well. But the fact that because obviously the goose can get like dealt with by a removal spell. But the fact that he doesn't have access to both creating a food with the goose and the 1/1, I would be reluctant to play this 1/1 out personally.
Okay.
But
we're seeing Will all the way in the chat here.
If there's a will, there is a way.
Or a Will. Will definitely found a lot of ways in his matchup.
Yeah. Hashtag willpower.
But Will is definitely found a lot of ways to make it all the way to the finals here. So it looks like, Craig is just going to put his opponent to 11 and try and set up for the Vorinclex turn. I imagine he's just going to make a 1/1 and some food just to guarantee he can put his Vorinclex into play next turn.
The issue he has here, if like
is just going to put 2 1/1s into play.
I'm not sure.
No, he's just dumping the Question Beast and hoping he raw dogs the land.
I think
I keep saying Question Beast, Love Struck Beast, sorry.
Yeah, I think the worst case scenario here is if Will goes like Genesis Ultimatum, finds Ugin now, because then he's going to be stuck with 3 lands and essentially it's GG at that point. Jawari Disruption.
So, I mean, he's short on red. Okay, he's not short on red.
No. Does he have the perfect?
2 cards in hand. One of them was oh no.
Oh, geez.
Heartbreaking. And this is what I'm saying about the race. Like, I definitely think Craig correctly identified that it was a race and he was just trying to put as much power into play as possible, but
it's game over now, I think.
I mean, it feels pretty close to game over. We're going to see a beast, we're going to see a 1/1.
I think you don't do this. I think you just play the 5/5. I don't know, because now the Ugin can just like uptick on the 1/1.
I mean, I think Craig is just like praying that he hits a land here, right? Like that's the only out he's got is to hope this Vorinclex can go the distance.
Yeah, but the Vorinclex doesn't even it's not even lethal at this point, eh? And then the thing is, we know Will has access to counter spells.
Yeah, like I mean, he's past the point of being able to play around a counter spell though.
Yeah. Jawari Disruption for the Robins.
Oofed. I mean, this is just like going to get bolted now. Like, just Ugin upticks, kill this wolf. It's
big shark.
Yeah, I mean, this potentially this wolf like might even survive. He might just go for the 2-turn clock. Nah, okay, he's playing it safe.
Yeah, makes sense. Because they could also have a second.
Oh, he's having his cake and eating it too. He's having the 2-turn clock and the wolf and the kill the wolf.
It's almost like the perfect, isn't it? It's like doesn't.
I mean, there we go, but it doesn't even matter anymore.
No, it's just dead.
This is
Jawari disruption.
Yeah, big oof. Imagine for the Robins.
Oh, the Jawari disruption.
He saw it coming anyway.
Coming.
He knew all about that Vornclex. Jeez, that was decisive.
Oh, jeez, that was...
This deck turns the corner so hard.
Oh, yeah, Genesis Ultimatum is just a stupid card. It's just basically like cheat Ugin in plus lands.
I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Because like none of the ultimatums saw play straight away. Like people like just kind of saw them as like a novelty, but this one has definitely found its feet. Same with the Abzan one. The Abzan one seems pretty reasonable. I've seen a fair amount of Abzan Yori index. Mainly the Gabe Nassif. Like Gabe Nassif started brewing with it, and anyone who's like taken off Gabe Nassif list is playing the Abzan one. And that's where you're seeing the Omen of the Dead being good as well. But right, let's look at these sideboards. What can green do into the face of this? Can green go faster? Well, it can bring in Questing Beasts.
Yeah.
Do you think he's interested in things like Kogla and Blizzard Brawls here? Like, do you think the Blizzard Brawl is just good for like taking away a blocker and maybe speeding your clock up by one?
No, I think if I seen Blizzard Brawl in my opener post board, I'd want to be sick. I think it's just too narrow, too marginal. It takes away from your game plan. Your game plan doesn't change. You need to race them. You need to put enough damage in before they can like ultimate, like the Genesis Ultimatum. I just don't want to play cards like that. I want to play cards like Feast and Troll King might be fine. Gives you a bit of like...
I just think Feast and Troll King's too slow, right? If you're... I guess it's a thing to dump into play on turn like 4 if you can get your mana together, but...
yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're jumping straight in. Now we're on Will's side, so let's see if Will is just going to get pummeled by a big monkey here. He's keeping this 3-lander. Now, this is like one of the slower hands, right? It's got removal. It's going
conditional.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to eat up any of the mana creatures that Craig can put into play, so it's definitely going to stop Craig from playing a super fast game, right? This has got a shock to kill a goose. It's got a fire prophecy to kill a Florahedron. Like he's ready for mana things, but Craig doesn't want to play that game.
Cultivate's a big draw.
Well, he's not going to be able to cast his Cultivate till turn. Oh, he's not. He's got the Shatter Skull smashing, so
yeah,
he's got Cultivate on turn 3. But again, no payoffs yet.
But I think the crucial thing is to put yourself in a position where you can draw the payoffs and ramp, right? Like that's the key thing is the ramp spells to get ahead on mana, and then it's like when your opponent has turn 3 Tron, it doesn't really matter too much if they don't have an immediate follow up. It's more than likely that they'll end up with one. Taking out the 1/1 token.
I mean, like the fact we're not seeing Craig accelerating here, I think taking out the 1/1 token is fine. He's choosing to not cultivate, opting to just make sure this Questing Beast never attacks by holding up the Bone Crusher Giant and getting the cultivate next turn.
The Lovestruck Beast, yeah.
Yeah, I keep saying Questing Beast. Yeah, Lovestruck Beast. He's obviously just waiting for the Florahedron with this.
Huge. But he has the shredded. He has just shredded sails.
Does as well.
Let's
see if he chooses. Arena's not letting him make the wrong choice. No destroying a 4/4. No dealing 4 damage to a flyer. Didn't even get the land. I didn't even get the draw off the goose here. Shredded sails coming in big. That's a one-off, isn't it? And
yeah. Clutch.
Shredded sails.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, it's a one-off out of the sideboard. I mean, Craig's open for a big turn here. Unless this goose has to fall now, right? There's no way this goose is allowed to survive.
Yeah, because Craig's getting to the point where he can deploy some of his bigger threats. A
land into a Vornclex here, a land into a Troll King. It's still good looking at Will's hand. It's nice to know that they don't always have the ultimatum, because when you're playing on the other side, it feels like they always have the ultimatum.
I know. Like I feel like once you see this, again, this is kind of playing into he had what Will wants to do. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. He had the tap land, so even if he does have a big payoff, he couldn't have went straight into it. And now we've got the oven, so this Fire Prophecy isn't going to get to loot. But we are just getting close to seeing a giant get dumped into play here, and then that's something Craig has to think about.
I'm not sure about playing the Katria Triome there. I think you could use it as a cycler at this point. You have enough mana. The Fire Prophecy obviously cycles a card, but
it doesn't. It's not going to cycle a card because this mammoth's going to get eaten. Oh, he didn't. Why didn't he sacrifice the mammoth?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he misclicked.
Perhaps. Okay, here he comes.
Here we go. Pew! Big Vorinclex.
So it doesn't get through this 7/7 giant though. This 8/8 giant.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he just charge skull smashing here and just take out the board. Yeah, that seems quite reasonable.
He's up to 8 now. Okay, so yeah, we're seeing the board go down, but Will is kind of relying on this giant to get it done.
Yeah, I mean it's a big giant.
Yeah, I mean giant's going to look pretty awkward into something like a questing beast. That we can do some interesting things, but yeah, like both. As we say, both sides are kind of out of gas now, but I guess Will can still just deploy this giant.
It's a giant. Exactly, generic bad name. Green giant. What's the last card in hand?
Florahedron.
It's not.
Like, he's just going to put the giant into play.
And this giant's gonna stall the board for forever.
I mean, like I'm saying, there's still Questing Beast. There's still what's it called? Oh, there's the ultimatum.
Oh,
just like you said, just draw the card.
Ugin for 7 mana plus lands.
Jeez.
Never in doubt. Never in doubt.
Jeez.
Never in doubt. There you go.
I mean, so like, is this best deck?
I mean.
Are we going to walk away from this tournament saying the best deck is a deck that contains no Kaldheim cards? Is everyone else just trying too hard?
I don't know about that. I think I'm not too sure. I think Ugin's pretty. Ugin for 7 mana plus 3 lands is quite nice.
He might just not attack. You know what I mean? Just sit on this Ugin. Like, what's going to happen? What's the worst that can happen?
He's got Essence Scatter. Like I like to think most of the. Plus the Fire Prophecy, I guess.
Yeah, I guess Fire Prophecy deals with the 4/3. Yeah, this is looking pretty over.
Be interesting to see if
Craig in chat, write your will.
It'd be
Find the will, obviously.
Be interesting to see if he's brought in his own. Nah, Craig doesn't have it. I was going to suggest that if he had his own Ugin, it'd be kind of interesting.
Craig does have one Ugin.
Yeah, but he hadn't drawn it. Be interesting to see like Great Henge.
That's the game.
Yeah, I think that's the game.
Yeah, the fact he's lighting up this 4/3. Good games. Yeah, there's the GGs coming out.
GGs, and that's it.
And that's it. There you go. So the winner of the first Scottish Community Cup is Will Yard Games. Craig, Stuart, you'll be obviously getting your pre-release pack as well, so I will hit you up. But yeah, GG, Will, very well done.
Well done.
Coming into the format with a format full of people who are wanting to do something exciting, and you just rock up with literally a deck from Last Standard. I guess he's got Goldspan Dragon, he's got Behold the Multiverse, just really like totally making the correct evaluation here that this Teamer deck just got better. It actually did get upgrades. I don't think it was an obvious upgrade with Behold the Multiverse and saw it coming, but it definitely was enough of an upgrade